Hello, John Rex Rockets, and welcome to MakerSpace 2.0. This is your second focus video. Today we are going to be working with the least abundant gas in our atmosphere, which is carbon dioxide. But it also is one of the most important gases in our atmosphere. So here's what you're going to be doing today. You're going to be taking a liquid and a solid, and you're going to be putting those two things together to produce carbon dioxide. And then you're going to use that carbon dioxide to extinguish or to put out a flame that is on a candle. Also remember that this exercise or experiment will need your parents' help because you'll be working with vinegar, you'll be working with baking soda, and you will need to have a candle which will also need matches or a lighter. So let's get started. Okay, before we get started, remember that we will be using a candle and we'll be using some type of device or a match to light the candle. So make sure that your parents are going to be involved in this experiment before you get started, okay? So here's the things you're going to need. I have a mason jar, or any type of jar will work. This is what we happen to have at our home, is a mason jar. You're gonna need some baking soda, some vinegar. So this is vinegar in this glass. Of course, a candle and something to light the candle with, whether it's a device like this or just a match, okay? So here's gonna be what you're gonna have to experiment with. Depending on the type of jar or glass you have, will depend on the amount of baking soda and vinegar that you use. Okay, so I had to do this about 4 or 5 times to kind of figure out how I could tip the glass to be able to extinguish the flame here without letting all of the mixture spill out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to add is a little baking soda. Now, remember, depending on how much baking soda and how much vinegar you add, this is going to bubble. So it's going to bubble up and release the carbon dioxide from the sodium bicarbonate, which is the baking soda. So if you put too much vinegar in or too much baking soda, then it's going to bubble up and it's going to spill over. If you don't put enough in here, then it won't release enough gas to extinguish the flame. So you've got to try to figure out what that mixture is. And that's what I hope that you do, is you kind of problem solve and figure out which concentration of baking soda and vinegar you use, okay? So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and light the candle. There we go, okay? I'm going to take my vinegar and add just a little bit starting off. And as you can see, it's starting to bubble. I'm going to take it and put it, and voila. It extinguished the flame. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to, once you do this experiment, kind of think about what is possibly happening. I would say do it more than once, because I found it just to be fun. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm going to go light this again. Let's see if I have enough gas in here to do it again. Yep, it's still producing enough gas to extinguish it. So take some time, figure out what type of glass or jar you're going to use, how much vinegar you're going to need, okay? And I'll come back with an explanation of how this works. Okay, so hopefully that experiment worked for you, and hopefully you were safe while you were doing that with your parents. So let's go into just a quick explanation of how that worked. Okay, so you had your baking soda in a jar and you had some vinegar. So when you pour the vinegar in with the baking soda, it started to create carbon dioxide gas. Okay, so the carbon dioxide gas is in the jar, and at this point the carbon dioxide gas is heavier than air. So what happens is, as it accumulates in the jar, you're actually pouring that gas onto the candle and it suffocates the flame, which means it doesn't allow any more oxygen to be burned and it totally goes out. This is kind of the same way a dry fire extinguisher works. So if you have a fire extinguisher at your house, they're usually dry. Those have what we call sodium bicarbonate in it, or they're mostly baking soda, okay? So one thing I want you to extend this experiment on is thinking about other things that carbon dioxide could be in. Okay, of course it's in our air that we breathe, but also there's something that all of you have probably had. Usually comes in an aluminum can and you pop the top and there's this fizzy stuff that comes out, or bubbles that are in that can. I want you to think about possibly what that is that's in the cans, or in when you go to the restaurant and you go and get your fountain drink, what causes those fountain drinks to be fizzy, okay? So that's one of the extensions that you could do past this experiment to kind of figure out more about carbon dioxide. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you guys are staying healthy, and see you next week.